Hey guys, this is Angela with Paint and Twist. We are usually at the NAMI Walk set up in the Family Fun Tent with Christina Church, but this year we are doing things a little different with a virtual how-to face painting tent. I hope you enjoyed the tutorials and have a great virtual walk this year. Since we're social distancing, I'll be using my daughter Jeanette as a model. The first design I'm going to do is a rainbow tutorial, and I'll explain to you about my kit as we go on. I'm just going to put her hair back with a bobby pin. So right here what I'm using is a 1-inch angled brush, and this is going to be my Tag One Stroke Cake Rainbow Neon. What I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to spray some water on the 1-inch, and I'm going to load the brush so it's nice and smooth and the paint is easygoing. What I'm doing now is I'm just going to run the brush across her face, flat, until it makes a rainbow. I went over it a few times just to make sure it's really nice and secure. This next tool I'm going to use is called a pedal brush. I would recommend looking up different tutorials online about face painting pedal brushes. It's one of my favorite tools to use. What I'm going to do is load it one time with white paint. I believe this is from Tag, this white paint. And then I'm going to load it one more time with a magenta paint, just on the tip. And then I'm going to start with the point of the brush and then lie the white down so it makes a petal effect. That's my glitter pump. You can get one online from Just Paint. I love it. It's not only good for face painting, but it's good for makeup too. And with this brush, I'm just going to do some little designs with it. Load it up real nice. Spray it with some water so I get the paint on nice and smooth. And with this technique is called teardrops. Again, I recommend that you look up some teardrop tutorials online. It's a technique that requires just a little bit of practice. It's about pulling and drawing back in to make it look, the design look like a teardrop. And if I have a little bit of time, I usually do a little design underneath that, the clouds. More teardrops. Just a little swirl. These are just little added things that I'm doing just to make the design pop. Little stars, some dots, and this is going to be my star stencil, and I believe I got this from Techland. Star Blend, it's a powder that you use to put on stencils. That is called a smoothie. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay that on the smoothie. Make sure I got a lot of it on there. And right here, I'm just going to go over the stencil with the smoothie. So rub it on there. Blah. Just gonna go over design one more time. And then here I'm just gonna do the last little details of my design. Blush, make her all glam. There we go, there we have it, the rainbow tutorial. Thank you guys. Okay, and we're back again. Here we're gonna do a cheetah tutorial. So this technique, I'm going to use a teardrop sponge, and I'm going to put some water on my white, rub it around, make sure we got a lot on there, good consistency, not too runny. I'm just going to go over her eye. So it's a little bit above the eyebrow. This is called a neon rainbow cake. There's several different brands you can order. This is one of also my favorite ones to paint with. Spray it with some water. And then I'm going to use the sponge technique that we did before, but with many different colors. Just in my arm, make sure it's the right consistency. Make sure it's not too thick, but not too thin either, so where it's runny. Do is just go over the white part where her eye is. Just kind of blot my way makes the design pop. Okay, now I'm going to use a different stencil. This one is a cheetah stencil, and I'm going to use my smoothie, and this time I'm going to use the StarBlend, but a black one. And the StarBlend you can get on pretty much every face painting site. Make sure she closes her eyes, and I'm going to go over the stencil with my smoothie. Just different parts where the neon rainbow is. Now I'm just gonna go over some more cheetah spots on my own using just a solid black. Cheetah spots, they're fairly easy. I'm just going over the eye here. They're not really supposed to be extremely clean. They're a little bit messy and all over the place, so you can have fun with those. Okay, and now I'm just going to go over with my solid white with my sponge. I'm going to make the nozzle. And I'm just going to go over the nozzle. Just do the outline. Here we go. And that's just some white I'm putting inside the cheetah spots just to make it pop a little bit. There we go. That's our little cheetah. Okay, so now we have the unicorn tutorial. This is going to be an angled 1/2 inch brush that I'm using. So I'm just going to grab 2 colors from this cake. And I got this one online, I believe, from Just Paint. So just a white on teal with this. And I'm going to start the horn. Get out of the way, there you go. All right. That's just the first part. Then I'm going to turn around the brush and do the rest of my horn. Now I'm doing the sponge technique. Solid white, just going to rub it really good on there. Spray some water, make sure it's a great consistency. And with this, I'm going to make my ears. So I'm just going to use it in its true teardrop form. And I'm going to use a flat 1-inch brush. In this one, I'm going to use all the colors. And I'm going to make the hair. Swirl it on there. It's hair, so you can be creative in whatever way that you want to put it on. All right, now I'm going to use my magenta paint and go over the inside of the ear. Now I'm making the little nose. And with this brush, it's just a detail brush. It's one of the most finest brushes I have. This I'm just going to go over the design. I'm going to use my star stencils again with my smoothie brush. more little details. There we go. Okay, so now we're at the SpiderMan tutorial. With this, I'm going to use my smoothie again. And again, I think that the smoothie you can get at Just Paint and the Star Blend, you would probably have to look up different face painting sites and see which one's in stock. So now I'm going to go over the eye with the white Star Blend. And I'm going to use the red Star Blend to make the solid red for the web on her face. And this stencil that I'm about to use is a stencil from BAM. It's a dot stencil, and I'm going to use the white Star Blend. And I'm going to use this stencil just to make the design look a little bit more detailed. And this is my round 3 brush. It's good to make thin to medium lines, and this is what I'm going to use to create the web. So I'm going to start by going around the white on her eye. And then I'm going to make a line around the whole design. One straight line, and then I'm going to make a straight line across. And I'm going to keep doing that around the whole design. This is definitely a technique that you could practice at home. And now I'm just going to do some little details. This is a teardrop technique that I used before. And I'm also just going to go over, do her lips. Glitter is everything. Our SpiderMan. Thank you so much for staying tuned. I hope you're having a great NAMI virtual walk. After this clip, I'll explain to you where you can find most of the products I use in this tutorial. Also, where to find me, please feel free to reach out with any questions. Thank you.